original reporting on CPS. Children, we know, are taken from their parents for all kinds of issues, drugs, abuse, and neglect.
Sometimes they are placed into foster care, but other times they can be put into what's called alternative living arrangements, where they go to live with a relative or someone that they know during a Child Protective Service investigation.
Investigative reporter Margaret Kavanaugh is continuing to look at problems with the current system and has an update on plans for change.
Right now, state officials say there's an unknown number of children in Virginia that have been placed in alternative living arrangements, also known as ALA.
We saw a lot of those cases just not handled well. Maybe they went on for too long.
Brittany Whitworth has been struggling to see her children after they were put into ALA. Her kids are now living with a family member that she says she has a strained relationship with.
I want my kids home, and I want the policies or whatever it is that's allowing this to even happen to stop.
When kids are put into foster care, there's strict rules on how those cases are handled. But with ALA, it's far less restrictive. And state officials say they don't have a way to track how many kids are placed into ALA.
There's not an accurate number, so depending on when you pull the data, it looks different. Localities give you different data. Some localities track it on hard spreadsheets. Some localities don't track it at all.
A report from the Office of the Children's Ombudsman found that there are benefits to ALA, like keeping kids with people they know, but there are also concerns like how long the kids stay in these arrangements and a lack of clear direction on what parents need to do to get their kids back. Another issue, all 120 local social service agencies operate differently, and state officials say this can lead to widespread inconsistencies when tracking data.
The Office of the Inspector General found that the current system, OASIS, is not compliant with new federal regulations and outdated.
It's built on a computer language that they don't teach anymore. I call it, in my terminology, I call it a dead computer language. They don't teach it in the universities. They don't train people on it. So the ability to have somebody come in and navigate that system and change that system is very cumbersome.
Deputy Commissioner of Human Services Carl Ayers explained how the state received funding from the General Assembly for a new system. They're working to implement Compass. He says it will drastically improve workflow for employees and make life easier for families.
It allows us to do a better job of serving them in the capacity that we exist. So it's a very unique way that we are entering into this, and quite a difference from the 90s era technology that we have now.
He says the new system will better track specific substance abuse a family member may be dealing with, help unify the 120 local agencies, and better track the kids in ALA.
That's a huge topic of conversation and has been for years, that we have struggled with the ability to track those. And so it's intentionally one of the pieces that's being built into the new system to make sure we can track that.
Ayers says the new system is mobile friendly and will help tell the story of each kid in the system.
You can go in and gather information. You can query it and get the information you're looking for in a much different manner than what we have at our fingertips.
State officials say they hope to have this new system up and running by 2026. Margaret Kavanaugh, News 3.